guys? My name is Austin Philbeck. This is my 2006 Pontiac GTO, and today we're going to talk about what's been done to this car. If you haven't already, I have quite a few videos on the channel of a build series. I built this car to debut at a show called Riverside in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So if you go back a little bit ways on the channel, I have them linked at the end of the video, and there'll also be cards throughout the video if you want to check them out. Quite a few videos of the stuff that's been done to this car, which is not a lot, but today we're going to go do a walkthrough of everything that's been done. So to start off, the easiest stuff, when I first got the car, it had Cook's long tube headers on it. They're 3 7/8 inches, and then it goes down to an SLP loud mouth 2 exhaust that is 2.5 inches. I wish it was 3, but it's 2.5. But I got the car like that. Those were the mods that were first done to it. So I was pretty happy. I got the car and it sounded awesome right from the get-go. But then, after I lowered it, and we'll get to all that stuff in a minute, I actually ended up ripping my exhaust off. The headers, they hang so low, and they hang so low on the underbody that they scrape everywhere. And then, in the back, there was one of the hangers on the passenger side axle back, actually ripped off on the interstate. And you can see that in a few videos too, but here's a clip. Okay, exit. There's no way I can get that. How do I get that?
I don't know.
So, we lost the exhaust. I ripped it off, and I went a month or so without any exhaust on that side because I was trying to get that part from SLP, but they wouldn't sell me just that section of the exhaust, which I don't understand why, but they said that I had to buy the entire assembly, and I didn't really want to do that because I had 3/4 of it. I just needed this little bitty section. So you can see from that same video where I ripped my exhaust off, I actually ended up ordering universal mufflers from a company called Blocks Racing. I really liked the turn-down style of them and how they had the pie cuts on the tips. I really like that style. But I was nervous about the mufflers because a lot of people, even though they're universal mufflers, a lot of people just put them on Civics and Subarus and stuff of that nature. So I was kind of weary about what it would sound like on an LS car. It's just a muffler. All it does is just quiet down the exhaust. And I got them in the mail, and they looked awesome. It's completely catless, just straight piped exhaust with the mufflers on the back. It sounds just like it did with the SLP. It's just a little bit quieter. Also under the hood, I have a K&N cold air intake. It's the only other mods for power. It's really just a stock car. This has been my daily driver for the past 5 years. If you didn't know, I got a 03 Ford Econoline van because I really needed a tow rig, and trucks are really expensive, and the van wasn't. So I got a van with a 7.3 diesel Power Stroke in it. That's weird. I'm going to be building that van out and making a camper out of it, and it's going to be my tow rig. So if you want to check out that series, we're going to have some videos out in the next couple weeks of that. Another mod that I've done to the engine, it's not a power mod at all. It's my Ricer mod that I love to death. This is my favorite mod on the entire car. But I got a Lingenfelter 2-step. I'm not sure what the actual part number is. I think it's an LNC 002 or something like that. It's to that nature. Super easy plug and play. Plug it up to the coil packs. I ran a wire through the firewall and connected it to the clutch switch. So every time my clutch goes in, it's connected. I love that mod. It is my favorite thing I've ever done to the car. I'm a really big sound guy, and being able to downshift and make huge flames come out of the car and that pop and backfire, it really makes me happy. If you want to go check out that video, I didn't tell any of my friends that I installed that, and I actually ended up scaring all of them by telling them that I had gotten like a catless X pipe, and I wanted to hear their reaction. So if you want to go watch that video, that is my favorite video I've ever done on the channel. I'd really appreciate if you go watch that one.
Holy fuck! Holy fuck!
The link will be right here. Engine mods, power mods, out of the way. Again, super simple. It's a stock engine. It's nothing powerful at all. Just a stock LS2. But now we're gonna go on to the aesthetic stuff. On the outside, it's super simple. I literally just bought my dream set of wheels. My favorite wheels in the entire world are the Rotiform USFs. And if you play Forza Horizons or Forza Motorsports, I think they introduced these wheels in Horizons 3, and they've had them in the game ever since. But I love these wheels. They are my favorite wheels in the entire world. If you gave me $1 million and you said you can do whatever you want to your car, I would have still bought these wheels. So I'm super thankful and grateful that I'm able to run these on my car. And I actually got them, and I didn't have to rebuild them because they are 3-piece. I didn't have to rebuild them, and they were perfect spec. They literally sit fender to lip if I could air out. I don't air out. This car is static. It is on BC Racing coilovers, the extreme low editions. Pretty sure I'm running 8K spring in the front and 10K in the rear. It's just a good daily driver setup, but I can still go really low on these coilovers. The rear is completely maxed out. I wish it would go just a tad bit lower, but if I really wanted to make it go lower, I could probably take one of the collars off for the adjustments, but I like where it's sitting right now. It's still really, really good fitment, so I'm really happy on that. Now, for the interior. I love everything that I've done to my car, but I stand by this. When you are driving your car, you are inside the car. Of course you want your car to look cool, but you are the one driving it. You are the one inside. So I really stand beside interior mods are one of my favorite things to do. Again, I got another one of my favorite parts in the entire world. I got my Vertex Speed, Hell's Racing, Black Market steering wheel. It's the leather version, so it's the pink and blue version. It doesn't match literally anything else on the car, I guess, besides the blue. But I just love this steering wheel so much, and I knew I wanted to run it. So I actually ended up ordering this brand new from Vertex, and I paid right around $450 to $500 for it, which is a pretty big chunk of change for a steering wheel, but well worth it. I love it, and I don't know if I'll ever get rid of it. I wanted to be a little bit different, and of course, stancing this GTO and making it really low on these 3-piece wheels with stretch tires, it's all really different. It's not something that you see every day. Another thing that I did was I got, instead of getting a quick release, I got a quick tilt from NRG. Of course, I would rather have the Works Bell quick tilt, but the Works Bell quick tilt was right around like $450, and this one's still expensive. It's still, I think it's $270 brand new from NRG. I wish it was a quick release so that I could actually take it out of the car, but I'm fine knowing that I can't. But it is one of those weird little mods that not everybody else has that I'm a really big fan of. Other interior mods, I have a We Are Likewise weighted shift knob. It's called the Thick Boy. I love that company. They make really, really good quality parts, and it just feels so good. It's probably a solid 2-pound shift knob. On top of that, I have a Hurst extension, so the actual rod sits higher up instead of lower down into the transmission tunnel. I used to have a chrome shift knob, so it matched the Hurst stick really well, but even this brushed look on this shift knob, it matches it really well. Then I have this In Focus shift boot. It's super simple. It's just a piece of cloth that goes over it. I just like the way it looked. In the transmission, I have a Henson short throw shifter. It's super notchy. It feels really, really good, and you actually have to like put some force into it, but it's still not to that point where it's too much. It feels really, really good. Now, another interior mod that I really wanted. The 3 things that you touch the most when you're driving, especially a stick car. You touch the steering wheel, you touch the shifter, and you sit in the seats. I got the steering wheel that I wanted, I got the shifter that feels great, and then I needed a set of seats. I decided that I wanted a set of buckets. Another one of my favorite companies is Status Racing. I really wish I would have been able to get a set of their custom seats. I'll show a few examples of some of the stuff that they make, but you can go onto their website and they will make anything that you want. I've broke, and just like a lot of the things on this car, I've gotten used, and I've gotten off Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. I actually found these on Facebook Marketplace, and I got a hell of a deal on these seats. They're super simple. They're just black bucket seats, but they fit really, really nicely. If I was any bigger, and I'm not a small person, I wear a size 34, 35 waist. I'm probably right around 200 pounds. I'm 6 foot, 6'1". They're squeezing me. Like, I'm in place and I can be comfortable, but I wish they were just a little bit bigger. The problem with Status is they don't make anything larger. This is their XL bucket seat, and it's not big. It's comfortable enough to where I can get by, and I can still daily drive it if I really want to. But I can understand why some people wouldn't want to. This car is super simple. I really love the way that it looks and the way that it drives, but there is nothing majorly done to it. Now, in the future, if you've stayed this long in the video, some of the things that I would like to do next, I'd like to do a few more exterior mods, because it is just a stock body GTO lowered on some weird rotiforms. I'd really like to do a heads and cam setup on this car, just because, again, with the exhaust and the two-step and everything like that, I'm a really big sound guy, and to have the lope of that LS, I would really like that. It'd also give me more power, but yeah, the heads cam setup, that would be awesome. Again, it's super simple, but if you haven't watched my channel before and you didn't know that I posted these videos about what's done to this car, then you wouldn't know. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. Comment what your favorite mod done to this car is. What do you think I should do to this car next? And if you enjoy the content, go back, watch some more videos that I've made, and please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.
I'm walking back to my favorite place, and I can't